Hamilton advised the creation of an energetic, efficient government, one that did one thing well for as little money as possible. And that one thing was to protect Americans' lives, liberty, and property from tyrants, foreign and domestic. Straight off, I think that Hamilton would slash the military's budget without degrading its ability to deter foreign incursions. Nuclear weapons can deter foreign states, at least rational ones. Terrorists, on the other hand, might best be interdicted at the borders in place of attack, and not the mountains and deserts of Asia. Much of the rest of what the federal government does is to subsidize one group at the expense of another, and hence, not only can it be scaled back, it should be scaled back from the Hamiltonian point of view, but slowly so that people can adjust, so that markets can grow again. Phasing out the Department of Education, for example, would not end all education in the United States, right? It would merely force parents to fund their children's educations, which most of them could do if their taxes weren't so high. The so-called entitlement programs Hamilton would phase out over time, and in the process, render the poor better off. Yes, I've gotten the sign right on that. A study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, one of many, showed that Social Security redistributes wealth from poor black men and Hispanics to white middle-class widows. Because the white middle-class widows live a long time and the blacks don't. They pay into it and they die and they never receive anything in return. Phasing out Social Security would not relegate the nation's elderly to eating pet food. It would give people incentives to save for retirement, just as they did before Social Security was implemented in the 1930s, in response to, after all, what was a temporary macroeconomic problem. Now, there's a euphemism for the Great Depression, temporary macroeconomic problem. Hamilton would also stop the war on drugs, which is really just a war on brown people, against whom he held no discernible prejudice. He would work to improve the administration of justice for African Americans, Hispanics, American Indians, and immigrants, so that they have incentives to work harder and smarter. That mostly means to stop doing expensive things to people and simply allow them to live like other Americans, without fear of the police, ICE, ATF, or so on and so forth.